Still tuned in to Mid-Cap Radar. Let's welcome Samvid Gupta, who's the Joint Managing Director at Gateway Distriparks, to decode their Q3 numbers. This time around, their revenues were up 40%, EBITDA went up by 27%, leading to a profit growth of 85%. And this despite the fact there was an exceptional component in the quarter gone by. Mr. Gupta, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. It's been a good set. There has been an EBITDA growth which the street liked. Can you give us a sense of what was the EBITDA per unit for your rail and CFS business in Q3, and what are you targeting for the entire year and FY27 as well?
Hi, thank you for having me on the show. So we've stopped giving vertical-wise split between rail and CFS now. Overall, we're looking at about a 25% margin, which can fluctuate slightly depending on how much more domestic business we continue to add next year. But this is the broad range that we want to be in. This is mainly due to some competition sensitivity and customers also finding out the data. So now we reported on a company-wide level. Even allocating costs is a bit of a challenge, and since post-merger, it's all one team now. So generally, it's about 5,500 EBITDA per TU on a company-wide level.
Okay. Samvid, hi, welcome to the show. This is Ekta. So just reiterate, what your volume targets for FY27 would be across rail and CFS, and if you could also just touch upon what the double stacking target would be for, say, FY26 and going into FY27?
So on the rail side, we've seen about 11% growth this year, which we're looking forward to continuing next year. This will be because of increase in domestic business as well as Ankleshwar ICD also starting up. So at least 10 to 15% is the target on the rail side. On the CFS side, we'll continue to look at about a 5 to 6% growth. On the double stacking, we've seen a growth of, we've gone up to about 41% for the 9 months this year. And our target is once JNPT connects all the way, which is expected by March end, that we should go up to closer to 44, 45%.
And would you extrapolate that, or what would your guidance be going into FY27 for, say, double stacking, considering it's been so strong?
So it'll stay around probably 44, 45, I was saying, for next year only. But our maximum, the way we calculate it, is 50%. That's how much on the lower stack and how much on the upper stack. Because of the imbalance in import and export, which is skewed in favor of imports, we don't expect to touch 50%, but maybe high 40s is a possibility 2-3 years on.
You have acquired 25 acres of land near Pithampur for development of new ICD. It's a 150 crore capex. When does that come on stream? Is most of the capex done here? Give us some timeline and the kind of projections that you will see from here.
So when we've done the land acquisition, it takes about 18 to 24 months to become fully operational with all the licenses in place and permissions in place. But we will try to expedite that as much as we can. This facility can handle about 120,000 TUs per year, but that will be in a phased-wise manner. Initially, right now, the market size is anywhere around 10 to 12,000 TUs. Which is being catered by one ICD primarily, that is rail linked, and some road-based ICDs as well. So we expect to take a good amount of market share once we're operational here.
What do you mean by good amount of market share? Are there any initial estimates? And you're saying 18 to 24 months from now, or some of the time must have already passed from that?
So 18 to 24 months from now, post land acquisition, because there's time for conversion, there's customs permission, railways work related has to come. There's a new rail line coming in, so that's also going to coincide with our operations commencing. So after that, then the ramp up of volume starts. Initial 1 or 2 years, it takes some time, but say over time, when there'll be 3 rail-linked ICDs in this region, we'd expect to have at least a third of the market share.
Okay, all right. Just hold that thought because we have the Ashok Leyland numbers. The margins look okay. So the margins are around 13.3%, but there's a downtick in terms of the profit as compared to at least what the street was anticipating of around 978 odd crores. That was our poll. It's coming at around 796 odd crores. So we'll just wait by for more details, at least on the bottom line. The top line as well as the margins look okay for Ashok Leyland. Samvid, any impact, formidable impact from, say, the India-US tariff, trade deal or the India-Europe trade announcement?
Yeah, so India-US is going to be a big boost. We saw some volumes we saw a dip in the last 6 months, particularly in exports in textiles, garments, home furnishings. So this is a segment we cater to out of one of our terminals in NCR heavily. So we should see those volumes bounce back much faster. With EU, it'll probably take some more time, as it'll take over a year to ratify the agreement. But long term, we're positive of both US, EU, UK, and other trade deals that India is going for.
And
So
how much did your exports or how much did your volume say dip because in the last 6 months?
So there was an impact of anywhere from 5 to 10%, depending on facility to facility. So we should see that come back, plus further growth come in as India becomes more competitive to other countries in the region for this type of cargo.
And last question before we let you go, Samvid, what's the update on starting of your Western DFC? That could also be another booster, right?
Yeah, so we're hopeful that it comes in by March end. We're already taking double stack trains all the way up to Ankleshwar. So the last leg, which will allow us to run direct trains from north to JNPT, will allow us faster trains and even more double stacking, which will improve both margins and volumes. So I think March end is the correct estimate.
Was it going to start in Jan? Because some reports suggested that. So has there been a delay or the reports were incorrect?
I'm not sure exactly, but March was the initial target that was given about 12 months ago. Then they said they might prepone it to February end, but I think now March end looks more likely.
Okay. All right, Samvid. We're going to let you go on that note. Thanks very much for
Thank you so
joining
much.
in and speaking with us. So that's Gateway Distriparks. That's stock in focus, but we do have Ashok Leyland more